This is Leviticus 26 and 18. If ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwaf that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazalo, willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Amawan back at you with another lesson. And what I want to get into, go into that title, More Troubles Coming for You Jakes. All right. And I'm going to play a couple videos. All right. And get to a couple scriptures. I'll make it short. All right. This is
arrest as many people that touch you as you want to. Those are the general orders. All the way to the top, everybody fucking gets it if they touch you. You hear what I'm saying? There's less legals. We're going to look at shipping tractor trailer loads of that shit in here. So you catch what it's all about us now. It ain't about them. Professional, legal, ethical, moral. You know what we're talking about. Legal, ethical, moral. You're on camera. But other than that, it's what we do. Our fucking city.
Is that you in the video? And did you say these things to the agents under your command on June 7th in Los Angeles?
That appears to be me, and it appears to be what I said there on sometime. I don't know what the date of that was.
Do you recall saying those things?
I don't recall everything. I don't recall everything. No.
But you have no doubt that you said that.
I believe that I said what was on the video there.
All right. So the instruction that you gave to your officers was that they had full reign to arrest anyone who so much as touched you. That, in essence, was what you said to the officers, right?
No.
Should we interpret you as saying something different?
I don't know how you want to interpret me. That's not what I said.
all right. So with that, let's grab this precept. All right. Because regardless of what he's talking about, all right, that's the spirit that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has upon these devils. All right. These so-called white people, man, which are showing their true colors, their true horns right now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll get straight to the point. All right, this is 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord Yahushua. All right. And it's going to be you 2/3 that's going to catch that hell like that. All right. In the time of what? Time of Jacob's trouble. Okay. Let's grab that precept real quick. All right. It's a time that has never been seen before. All right. Let's grab Jeremiah 30:7, straight to the point. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, the 1/3 is going to be preserved through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Daniel's 12:1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. See, he's going to stand up for the 1/3, but the rest of you 2/3, all right, 66.6% that don't want to take heed of this word. It says, there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. All right. So you could put all these different types of slavery together. You could put all the times of troubles together all in one that has happened to our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians throughout life, throughout history, since the beginning of time. And it's still not going to be able to add up to the time that we're about to see. All right. Great death great destruction, great famine, okay, is coming upon this place, Babylon the Great. All right. Let's go back to Leviticus. Okay. Leviticus 26. And I'll grab a couple of precepts out of here. All right. And it says penalties for disobedience. All right. Let's grab this. I'll take it from 14 down to 17. It says, but if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror. You see, great troubles, man. Let me see what it says in this terror. We know what the word terror means, but let's see what it says in the blue letter. It says dismay, sudden terror, or ruin, alarm. You see, this is why the scriptures tell you not to put off from day to day. All right, let's grab that real quick. This is Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. And it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity. You see? And this is why you have to seek the Lord while he may be found, man. All right, which the Lord is right around the corner. All right, the Lord is constantly knocking at your door, man. All right, death is literally knocking at your door. All right, Ecclesiastes 7 says that evil's watching for you. Okay, let me grab that real quick. All right, Ezekiel 7 and 5. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and evil and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come, and the end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. You see? So the fury of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is constantly watching for you, man. All right. Matter of fact, when you jump down to 10, it says, behold the day, behold, it is come, the morning is gone forth, the rod has blossomed, pride has budded. All right. And what does it tell you in Second Ezra 8 and 50? Many great miseries shall be done to them, right? For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. You see, these people are very prideful. All right. And this is why these calamities is about to come upon them. All right. So back to Ezekiel 7 and 10, it says, pride has budded. Violence is risen into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. Yeah, we're not going to wail for you. We're not going to cry for you. In fact, the Lord said, pray not for these people. You see, Jeremiah was about to cry for these people and pray for these people. All right. But the Lord said, Yahweh Shai basically said what? All right. Not to cry or pray for these people, man, because they're wicked. They're 2/3 that don't want to hearken on to the word of the Lord. And according to prophecy, 2/3 of our people shall be cut off and die in all the land. You see? So why pray for these people, man? We have to pray for the elect, that the elect makes it up out of here. Okay. So continuing back at Leviticus 26, and it says 16, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror. Okay. Then it says waste, consumption, and the burning egg that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. Okay, going into these crops, right? And continuing on, this point that I really want over here too, it says, and I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. You see? So again, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is going to bring great terror upon these people, man. All right? Coming to you, Jake's coming to a hood near you, okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right? Let's grab one more video, because I ain't going to grab too many of them. All right? This is...
Need more evidence the U.S. is about to deport U.S. citizens? Here it is. I'm a lawyer in real life. I don't play one on television, and something happened this week that you need to see and hear in order to believe it.
My amendment is simple, and I hope that it has bipartisan support. It simply states that none of the funds in this bill may be used by Immigrations and Custom Enforcement to detain or deport U.S. citizens. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, I hope we can all agree that U.S. citizens should never be detained by ICE or any agency conducting civil immigration enforcement. They certainly should not be deported. This should not be a partisan issue. It's about protecting the most basic constitutional rights of U.S. citizens.
Not one Republican voted yes to this amendment.
Clerk will report.
Mr. Chairman, there are 11 ayes and 12 noes.
Not one Republican thought it was important enough to protect U.S. citizens and not use federal funds to deport their own constituents. So ask yourself.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, all right, at the end of the day, these constitutional rights mean shit. It's just a piece of paper to wipe your ass with. Just like George Bush said, all right, when he was in presidency back in those days, man, he said the constitutional rights is just a piece of paper to wipe your ass with, man. None of those laws were invented for the people to be protected. Those laws were invented to be used against the people, all right, and be used to those, all right, that are of the government. You see, they could use them against us. How many people have tried to use the constitutional rights, all right, and have failed, man? Have you had some in the, you know, get by with them? Yeah, absolutely, here and there. All right, to make you feel good about yourself, to make you feel like you're special. But at the end of the day, about 95% of them failed. All right, showing you that these laws ain't gonna help us out, man. See, this is why we have Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to help us out, because nothing can help you out in this place unless you have the word of the Lord, man. You see? Nothing. You're not going to be able to make it out of here. The only way you can make it out of here is through the knowledge and wisdom, which is going to be the stability of thy times. All right. It's going to be you having this knowledge that the Lord has bestowed upon us, man, for us to be able to maneuver in the society. You see, because the Lord wants you to depend on him. You see, he don't want you to depend on nothing of this system. Because the system is not for you. The system is made to destroy you. Okay. Matter of fact, let's grab that. I ain't even got to play the rest of that video. All right. This is Micah. So like this is Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay. And the only way in this land of your captivity, you're able to make it out of here is through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right. Because he's the one that's going to put you into remembrance. You see, to remember that you have a true power, not to lean on the government, not to make flesh your safety. All right, let's grab two precepts that I got in my mind. This is Jeremiah, I believe it's the 7th chapter. This is Jeremiah 17, Salakia. Had the 7 right. 17 and 5. And it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart, meaning their mind, departeth from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. For he shall be like the heath in the desert. All right. The heat in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness in a salt land, and not inhabit it. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh, and whose hope is Yahweh, and whose hope the Lord Yahweh is. You see? Now let's grab this, going to what I just said, that the Lord is going to stir our minds back into remembrance. Okay? This is Baruch 2 and 3, and I'll pretty much end it off on that. All right. This is Baruch 2 and 30, Salakia. It says, y'all grab it from 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, you see? And that's what these 2/3 are doing, man. They are stiff-necked. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not dealing with them, man. They can't hear. All right. They have ears that cannot hear. They have eyes that cannot perceive. You see, because the Lord didn't give them that eye salve, man. You see, to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And honestly, it goes back to them being those spirits that never did believe from the beginning. You see, but it says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shai, their power. For I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. And who's that talking about? The elect. You see, the elect is what's gonna remember, and their minds are going to be stirred back up into the way of remembrance that we had an actual power. You see, it says, and I will bring them, Salakia, and they shall think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord Yahweh Shai. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords over it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. You see? And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I have given them. You see? And that's going to be once the Lord puts us back in our land, man, where we're supposed to be. You see? And we're never going to be able to, and we'll never leave that land again. All right. Because Yahweh Shai is going to take over, man. Yahweh Shai is going to bring a new world. Okay. A new heaven, a new earth where they're dwelling righteousness, as the scriptures say. You see? So that's what we look forward to, man. And that's why we hearken on to the word of the Lord, so we could be blessed, all right, with mercy and salvation, as opposed to these 2/3, all right, are going to catch pure hell out here on this side, man. All right. So, hey, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rochak Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.